stop right there. Ah, here comes the unexpected wrinkle in my master's plan. I know who you are, lost daughter of Hades. And I know that you know who I am. I had a premonition of this very moment.
Lord Prometheus, I presume. You must have premonitions all the time. I'd not heard you were liberated, or that Kronos is the master you serve. Solidarity between titans, then?
Call it a change of heart. I was a coward and a fool, you see, to have sided once with gods against my kind, but no more. This is my attempt at atonement.
What, by leading this reckless assault? I never took you for a coward, but you remain a fool.
Perhaps all right, but I shall be a victorious fool at least. For I have seen you stand no chance at all. Items attack. I knew this would happen, yet I could not prevent it, do you see? I could only do my part.
Silence. Save your troubles for your master Kronos.
It's not my troubles that I mean to save. Agent of change. You God. I hate you all.
He's gone.
I thought you might show up. I'm but a titan and unarmed. Should you get past me, however, I know that you know you're certainly no match for what awaits.
Perhaps you simply know less than you think. And now you're going to call me arrogant or something, I suppose.
I would have, yes. But since you've foreseen that outcome, it shall not come to pass. Well, if you truly think you can withstand that monstrosity, let's see you withstand me. Curse these old wounds of mine. I once was stronger than this. You know, lies ahead.
Go lick your wounds. Prometheus.
Do you hear that? Typhon climbs the dark side of the mountain even now. Impressive that you cast him down before, but he shall not rest till the palace of Zeus lies in ruin.
He'll be destroyed, you along with him if that's what it takes. If he were truly unstoppable, you wouldn't be impeding my ascent. You're buying him time.
I am. It's strange to think that time can be a limited commodity even for deathless such as we. But no more stalling for now. Together, Retold. I have foreseen defeats of mine before. Every last one of them, in point of fact. I should have expected this.
Did he know he'd lose? Ah.
Here's our prey.
Perhaps your so-called Master Kronos wants for you to fail. To suffer more than you already have. He seeks vengeance on the gods for overthrowing him before, when you were their ally.
I don't seek my master's forgiveness nor assume his loyalty. Alliances are born of shared goals, perhaps ideals, whereas the gods and I are at cross purposes.
Because they punished you for crimes you knowingly committed? What else could they have done after you deceived them and took from them?
I took nothing. Fire spreads, burns anything that stands in its path. The gods sought to imprison it, but I set it loose. Now at last, we each are free, and burning still. I shall feast on you. I knew that this would be a struggle, but hold always to the chance I may be wrong. All according to plan.
Saw that coming.
How quickly you arrived this night. bending the very laws of nature to achieve your goal, forging alliances with beings who care nothing for you.
I did take a shortcut, but you're wrong about the rest. I know the being to whom you refer, and they're not what you presume them to be.
No. But isn't it chaos that delivers you so close to your goal, it shall let you go no farther? Even if you should prevail here. I know where this all leads. Let's see it through. Kaitos and I have done what needed to be done. Now you go do the same. I knew this would happen.
Enough of his foresight. Go find. Check. Going. Return to Shadow now.
I am grateful, but that shall be all for now.
Ah, yes. Resist all you like, yet the age of gods shall end. Time shall see to it. And thereafter a golden age of enlightenment shall begin, in which you gods hold far less sway.
If I somehow gave you the impression that I'm interested in your doomsaying and false prophecies, I assure you I'm not.
Your disregard is the very reason you're no longer fit to rule. I know you'll never relinquish this mountain. Fall with it, then. Let's go. If suffering today brings about a better tomorrow, so be it. Was there nothing I could have done? I knew it. It may have taken all your godly relatives, but they were able to resist the monster Typhon's wrath, despite the blunders that you made. Yet now you hurry back.
I realize this must be complicated for you, as someone whose loyalties are mostly to an eagle, but I am not about to let that thing destroy everything my family built.
You ought to choose your loyalties with greater care, not let them be decided by birthright. Well then, come on. You have a summit and a family to protect. Now, Retold. I foresaw your trickery, yet still could not prevent it, no matter what I tried. This too shall pass.
See you later.
Again we meet. You gods coerced all mortal kind into worshipping you, and for what? You've nothing to gain by slaughtering them at your whim. Leave them be.
I'll be sure to put in the request with my Lord Uncle Zeus, if you could go ahead and let me past so I can pay him a visit.
Your Lord Uncle had me bound to a mountain for eons, so that Itos here could feast upon my flesh for all that time. Itos came round eventually, but Zeus, he never shall. If you could see what I've foreseen, you'd not believe it anyhow. This was to be my future.
Go lick your wounds. By will of night. In we go. Surprised? Why do you care so much for mortals anyhow? Their lives are short, their flesh is weak. Only in death do many of them finally begin to gain some sense.
Any laborer of skill cares for their work. Mortals, poor sods created in the image of the gods, yet forced to be inferior so that they could never achieve what my master and I now intend.
You mean to say that you fashioned mortal kind, then stole the fire from this mountain for their sake? Absurd.
The truth can be difficult to absorb. Mortals live only to suffer. As I am responsible for that, I sought to take some of their suffering from them and redistribute it to all of you. I've done my part here, just as you did yours. For this was bound to happen as it did.
See you later.
Don't move.
Tell me, Titan, do you recall a mortal woman by the name of Dora? Her shade responded strangely when I mentioned you, but can't seem to remember what you did.
Let's leave it be, Agent of Change. That old shade's latent memories have more to do with gods and their deceptions than with anything I did.
Elaborate. Tell me what happened to her. You keep blaming everything on the gods, as though all this is solely their responsibility.
Oh, on the contrary. I take responsibility for mortal kind. But for all their failings, vices, and downfalls, I am not to blame. Nor is this Dora. You tell her I said that. Get her, Retold. It's you. You who condemn me as a criminal. Would you know why I liberated fire from this mountain for the sake of mortal kind?
My own increasingly strong sense of foresight indicates you're going to tell me no matter what.
When I gave mortals nourishment, the meat they would have sacrificed to you, they needed fire then, and more. But you hoarded all of it. So I saved them, and I'll do it again. I toss with fire. Your gods never forgive. Why then should I, when I could fight instead? I did what needed to be done.
He's gone.
What do you know? The future is a series of fixed points. Not even my master believes this to be true, but I have seen the many possibilities. The only question is, which is our destination?
You fill my mind with this nonsense. Not even the three fates know entirely what the future holds, for they are always weaving.
They were always weaving, yes. I know that you know that they weave no longer now. Yet moment by moment the future still unfolds. Let us give shape to it ourselves. Run. Compared to what I have withstood before, this was nothing at all. You cannot break me. That I know.
Saw that coming. The realm grows stronger.
Agent of Change. Gods could learn something from mortals, you know. For all their many failings, they have an admirable tendency to cling to hope. A certain quality we deathless often lack.
Hope can be the salve for the naive. So many mortals hope they'll never die. A feeling born of delusion and fear.
Yes, mortals live short, painful lives. And even still they strive for something greater than they mostly can achieve. I fight for them. You gods fight only for yourselves. I just go. The famous wrath of Olympus. It cannot easily be stopped, you see. So swift. The monster Typhon isn't liable to stop, you know. He has your family on the back foot, cowering in your Lord Uncle's palace. Exactly where we want them.
A suitable distraction I can take advantage of. Just as soon as you're out of the way, along with your bird.
You're telling me your plans. Now we're truly getting to know each other. I almost regret what's about to transpire. My strength has failed me repeatedly, but it always comes back.
Did he know he'd lose? In shadow I serve. Always use more.
knew it. You've come specifically for me tonight, haven't you? Some barbarous assignment, perhaps, from dark gods far older and greater. Well, here I am.
And how could you possibly know? I've said nothing of the sort, Titan. Nor shall I.
Not this eve you won't, but later. It shall slip your mind that we had this discussion earlier, and you shall tell me more. For now, come fight me for the glory of your kind. We fight. My foreknowledge of this moment, it's as though we've done this all before. I've suffered worse.
He's gone. Testament enacted. Feather.
Not had your fill. Well, Agent of Change. The monster Typhon is eliminated and my master certainly is not himself. Or rather, now he is. Many have said they knew you could do it, but only I truly did. Yet you know as well as I that we're not finished.
Kronos has surrendered, but here you still are, giving his remnant legions their orders. Decided to take matters into your own thieving hands, then?
That I decided long ago, when I gave myself to your Lord Uncle's chains. And I still oppose you, yes. For what you seek beyond, you shall find only through the flames of battle. Fly, I test.
See you later. In we go.
How was the climb?
The war is over, Titan. Drop the act. You still refer to Kronos as your master, and seem no less charitable towards the gods, despite now doing this for their sake, not just yours.
You know as well as I that the conditions of your climb need to approximate your prior path if you are going to succeed. And I admit that the result I seek would otherwise not be possible. Thus, here we find ourselves.
The result you seek involves me repeatedly beating you up. Perhaps all you really do want is a proper thrashing, under the guise of acting like some sort of savior.
I have extraordinarily high tolerance for pain. For such mockery, less so. Remember, we can both administer a thrashing here. You gods never forgive. Why then should I, when I could fight instead? This changes nothing.
Enough of his foresight. Some gemstones.
My premonition. Where do you suppose they are, Agent of Change? The Fates, I mean. They who set the Titans and the gods against each other to begin with long ago.
Wherever they are, pray they can't hear you speaking ill of them. Though why ask me? You're the one who knows everything, including whether they'll ever be located or not.
That I do. I would spur you to consider the possibility and your place in their scheme, and I suppose, in mine. I toast now. I knew I could not stop you. On the contrary, you needed to prevail. Far worse awaits above.
Go lick your wounds. Gemstones from the earth.
A brief word.
The gods are grudgingly permitting this behavior of yours, Titan. The vandalizing of their mountain, the perpetual assaults on their defenses, fighting me.
My master, or perhaps my former master, as I now should say, wishes to undo certain perceived wrongs, as you are well aware. I merely have a part to play in this.
And you're prepared to fight eternally against me, then? For my grandfather to be absolved of the mistakes of his past, and for the future of the gods to be secured?
I am prepared to fight eternally for what I believe in, and so that time flows freely forth, if that is what it takes. If suffering today brings about a better tomorrow, so be it. Who would have fought for you?
Enough of his foresight. In you go.
Our nightly routine. My master indicates that your accomplishments are mounting night by night. He awaits beyond, should you prevail again.
First you, then Typhon. Same as ever. Though I'm delighted to know I'm living up to Grandfather's expectations. Could always use more family members to appease.
I do not envy you in that. Nevertheless, so long as our paths are intertwined, I shall be here. No need to let me know ahead of time. I am beaten, but you cannot afford to give chase, and my strength shall return. In the blink of an eye.
See you later.
Agent of change. Your companion, Dora. She does not remember me, not yet. But she shall. And in so doing, remember why she chose to forget me to begin with. And forget so much more.
You say she's not to blame for the failings of mortal kind, as though she could have carried such a burden to begin with. What happened? How do you know her?
That one is haunted by her past, as you can see. But it is not my place to tell you any more than I already have, lest you recall too much too quickly. All in due time, as my master would say. Now, Arthas. I have foreseen defeats of mine before. Every last one of them, in point of fact. The strength of Hades. Lost. A brief word. I know your capability and can anticipate your every move, but there are times my mind leads me astray, you see. Anticipating possibilities that do not come to pass, resulting in all too many mistakes.
Mistakes such as revealing this to me, or being here at all. Have you learned nothing from your past imprisonment?
To be imprisoned is to be denied the opportunity to learn. A cruel form of torture in itself, but I did learn something, yes. I cannot break. My strength has failed me repeatedly, but it always comes back. Go give that monster hell.
Saw that coming. A gift.
What do you know? When my master lets you cross a boundary beyond this realm to face the monster Typhon as before, the outcome of that I cannot foresee. How did the last one go?
Perhaps I'll leave it to your imagination. It must be novel for you not to know the outcome of such incidents.
Oh, that it is. Well, then don't tell me if you like. I'm far more interested in the end result than in the many steps we shall be taking on the way. Fly, Itos. Don't move.
You're not my objective, Titan. So what do we say we make this quick, lest you impede the will of night?
The will of night, is it? Demanding Typhon's sacrifice. Is that what you're after? Scaling this mountain again and again?
Not necessarily just Typhon's sacrifice. All enemies of the underworld shall have their punishment. Even you, if you dare keep this up.
I am no stranger to the punishment of gods. It did not deter me then, nor shall it now, or evermore. Let's go. The flames that you withstood, perhaps they were never meant for you. I could not show up.
Did he know he'd lose?
Ah, yes. Retold has excellent vision, of course. Saw you since you first set foot at the base of the mountain. Slowed you down, perhaps, but still. I knew you'd be here now.
Truly. And what shall be the outcome of our confrontation this time, since you know everything? Same as the last?
If you knew, the outcome would invariably be rather different than the one that's imminent. Though I suppose I can at least give you a hint. Curse these old wounds of mine. I once was stronger than this. I shall never submit to you.
Go lick your wounds. I can use this.
My premonition.
You do know Dora, don't you? She and some brother of yours, they were wed. And somehow this resulted in her letting loose all sorts of demons in the mortal world.
That is one telling of it, more or less. So she remembers, finally. Perhaps with great regret. After all this time, mortals still cannot decide whether to blame themselves or gods for their plight.
Oh, they should blame only gods. Take no responsibility for their own wretched state. Not even Dora would do that, and she's one of the most complacent beings I know. In an impressive way.
Your companion Dora remembers some of the events, but this does not mean she understands any of them. Her actions pitted mortal kind against itself forever. If you could see what I've foreseen, you'd not believe it anyhow. I am surpassed, never beaten.
See you later. Tucked away.
Not at your fill. You have a brother you never even knew. I had a prideful one, a scatter-minded one, and a pathetic one bearing the weight of the world on his shoulders. Which do you suppose yours is most like?
No wonder you hate my family. You hate yours. Shall we proceed to try and kill each other now? I don't have all night.
My brothers and I used to quarrel frequently. I thought I had outgrown it, become more civilized. But clearly no. Items attack. You have defeated me again. And all my wounds shall heal. They always do. Such wrath. Hold on to it.
Enough of his foresight. Eagle's feather.
Gods.
What became of Dora's husband? Your brother, by her recollection. He abandoned her after what happened?
It's more correct to say that your companion Dora finally saw my scatter-minded brother for who he was. Their marriage lasted for about as long as many do.
All while you stood idly by and did nothing, but now feel bad and thus decided to shoulder this righteous cause? Perhaps to feel a bit of absolution that you never got from her.
Your words are harsh, but for the most part accurate. Dora remembers now what your own family did to her. If she can forgive you all for that, then she's a stronger soul than I. Items with fly. what I tried. You cannot break me. That I know.
Did he know he'd lose?
Here's our prey. Look at us, Agent of Change. The demons your companion Dora inadvertently set free, every ill that could befall mortal kind. Most all of them yet plague the gods as well.
Existence has its hardships. I'm very familiar with many of these demons, and they are nuisances. But their power has its limits, and they can be driven back.
Perhaps. But mortals tend to have a harder time of it than you, don't you see? So long as they suffer, so shall we all. Items now. Witchery. The famous wrath of Olympus. It cannot easily be stopped, you see. Go give monster hell.
He's gone.
Special delivery.
Special delivery. Check. Going. Return to Shadow now.
This particular experiment was a success.
How was the climb? You have an avian companion of your own. A scraggly and pallid raven, mediocre wingspan, lacking the raw instinct to hunt and kill like Ito's here. But still, a loyal bird.
And not once has Rocky tried to rip my liver out of me. There are much more effective ways to forge bonds with animals, but you must know that now.
I was in no position to negotiate with Itos when first we met. But now he listens to me, typically. Although when he identifies his prey, he can become quite fixated by it. Run. Itos and I have done what needed to be done. Now you go do the same.
Saw that coming. Mission complete. Hit me then. Return to Shadow now.
All this was a mere possibility before.
I knew it. What has the whim of chaos wrought? That our existence led us to this point, in opposition to each other endlessly.
You're welcome to surrender at any point, Titan. I'm certain that Chaos would find it terribly amusing if you did.
As would you, I suppose. But no such outcome ever shall occur. Of that you can be certain. Perhaps, however, we may yet provide to Chaos some amusement anyway. We fight. My foreknowledge of this moment. It's as though we've done this all before. This too shall pass.
Got it.
It's you. You work with enchantresses to try and gain the upper hand. But such distraction shall be of no avail against me. It is not the size of the opponent that's of consequence.
To have recognized Madame Cersei's craft, only to underestimate its potency. Your foresight evidently has its limits, Titan.
That it does. But your incantations have their limitations in kind. You would be wise not to depend on them too much. Itos! Compared to what I have withstood before, this was nothing at all. All according to plan.
Go lick your wounds. Oh.
last night. This could be rather entertaining if I didn't know already how it was going to play out.
I'm not here for your amusement, Titan. Your stolen flame hasn't made you immune.
Certainly not. And I anticipate that ignium, for I know the weapons that you bear, shall rather sting. But I felt worse. Together, Retold. I've done my part here, just as you did yours. For this was bound to happen as it did. I knew this would happen.
Enough of his foresight.
Our nightly routine.
The gods, one of them anyway, extend an offering of peace, Prometheus. Lord Dionysus would have you as a guest of honor at his latest celebration, if you'll indulge him. Given your gift of foresight, you must know I'm entirely sincere.
My foresight only works if there is any possibility of an outcome taking place. Whatever deception you have in mind, you shall have to try harder than that.
You and your master are different. Can you not accept that the gods aren't all aligned in their thinking either? Dionysus wants no part in your feud.
Dionysus wants merely to drown his few remaining complicated thoughts and seek more pleasures of the flesh. More beast than god, lacking all self-control. Go, Retold. I knew that this would be a struggle, but I'll always take the chance I may be wrong. I did what needed to be done.
See you later.
I thought you might show up.
Lord Dionysus was quite disappointed that you'd not accept the invitation to his feast. Is there truly not some future possibility in which you change your mind?
None. I've had my liver shorn apart for eons by good Itos here. I'll not permit the god of wine to further damage it. My strength has failed me repeatedly, but it always comes back. I cannot stop you, as I fight.
He's gone.
Titan.
You have questions for me about a great many things. I shall not answer them, not yet. The words must first escape your lips, for one.
How about I save my breath instead? You won't know what I'm going to say if I never say it.
Yet your heart, if not your eyes and ears, suggest to you that I am not the liar that your mind believes me to be. We stand in opposition nonetheless. Get to Retold. Compared to what I have withstood before, this was nothing at all. I've suffered worse.
Did he know he'd lose?
Again we meet.
Answer me this one question, Titan. If you know everything the future holds, why make the choices leading to the awful punishment that you endured? Why let yourself get caught?
Our choices can reverberate through time, creating outcomes of far greater consequence. If not for my imprisonment, I wouldn't be here now, where I must be.
You suffered as you did just so I could beat you up some more tonight? You're a fraud, making unprovable claims to sound righteous and wise.
You of all gods ought to understand something of sacrifice. But for now, at least, it matters not. I've nothing to prove to you, no secrets I'm willing to share. Only my rage. If you could see what I've foreseen, you'd not believe it anyhow. Far worse awaits above.
Go lick your wounds.
Either you're a liar when it comes to your supposed foresight, or you're letting me win. Who doesn't want a good thrashing from some witch every so often?
The difference between you and me is that you merely can suspect and theorize, whilst I know for certain. Yet there are truths that I cannot impart.
That's quite all right. I didn't think you would. I can change the future with my actions, whether I know what the future holds or not.
Take it from me, Agent of Change. The more you know of the future, the less likely you are to shape it as you desire. Fighters go. I am beaten, but you cannot afford to give chase, and my strength shall return. You God, I hate you all.
Saw that coming.
It's her.
What did I tell you?
Heracles, what are you doing, fraternizing with him? You're supposed to be defending this mountain like before.
Fraternizing? Well, you were right again, Prometheus. So then what now? She finally caught us in the act.
We fight is what, big man. Slow her at least. She shall not tell a soul that you are here. Her family is in no position to absorb the truth of it. At least not now, or soon.
I don't know, this sounds a little treasonous. Yet you expect me not to notify Lord Zeus and the others. Heracles, he's your father. Of all the gods, you'd even turn on him?
Don't we all? Besides, the Titan of Foresight here knew I would, and who am I to argue? Now allow me in my club to ensure you'll forget what you have seen. Sorry, Flame Thief.
The strength to best both Heracles and me. I can foresee no way to stop it now. Even with Heracles,
Your rival has fallen.
There.
The witch.
If there exists a downside to having the ferocious strength of Heracles at one's call, it must be overconfidence. How could we possibly not prevail, I theorized. Well, there were ways.
You ought to have told me of these ways, Flame Thief, for I am unaccustomed to defeat. It's fortunate we have no onlookers for all the smoke and ash.
If you two would like to keep this lovely conversation going, I've no great impulse to break it up. But you're going to force me to fight, I suppose.
It's ultimately why we're here, so yes. Where you're going, change follows. And change does not come without conflict. Go, Retold. I have foreseen defeats of mine before. Every last one of them, in point of fact. My wounds shall heal again.
Again we meet.
You, Heracles. When we meet elsewhere, it's as though nothing's changed, and still you face me here. I knew you for a great warrior, but you're just a great actor.
We're all actors throughout our wretched lives, sister. And don't you dare address me here again. This is the Flame Thief's fight. I am merely the supporting actor here.
And is this not a fitting stage on which we're to perform before the gods, including whichever dark gods you yourself invoked, forcing obedient Heracles to answer their call? Let's give them what they desire. You have defeated me again, but all my wounds shall heal. They always do. This changes
Heracles here.
We have some matters to discuss, Prometheus. So why not ask your big friend there to step aside? It would be rather rude of him to eavesdrop on our private conversations.
You shall not believe this for some time, Agent of Change, but Heracles can be trusted. Certainly not in your present case, but still.
I care next to naught for what you say, sister. You wish for me to step aside. Make me. Either here and now, or by whichever means you got me to show up.
Well, since the both of you are here, I just want you to know, neither one of you is as strong as you look.
You underestimate our combined strength, though not for much longer. Let's show her, Heracles. Fly, Prometheus. All before. I could not shut up.
They're tough.
It's her.
Heracles, what do you have to say for yourself in all this? Are you the one who broke Prometheus from his bonds?
You'll get no answers from me, sister. Only a splitting headache. You're better off demanding truths from the Titan standing by my side who speaks them willingly.
Truths are only truths if they're believed. And no matter what I tell our adversary, she shall not believe me. Not entirely, at least. The splitting headache is the better course for now. I don't know.
How could this...
Foresaw your trickery, it still could not prevent it, no matter what I tried. In the blink of an eye.
How long have they conspired?
I knew it.
Why don't I take point for a while here, Flame Thief? There are such times as you are liable to talk too much.
I'd say I thought you'd never ask, big man, but we both know the truth. I don't foresee the two of you speaking for long.
Just like he said.
Agent of Change, I of course foresaw my own defeats. As to whether you can stop both Heracles and me, you'll find there are far fewer paths to that outcome.
Is it necessary that you tell this witch such things, Flame Thief? Leave her to figure it out the hard way.
I knew you'd say that, man. And you've the right of it, of course. We are not here for conversation, nor is she. We fight. I knew that this would be a struggle, but hold always to the chance I may be wrong. Who would have fought for you?
So long, you two.
I knew I could not stop you. On the contrary, you needed to prevail. The strength of Hades lost.
Saw that coming. A gift.
He knew it.
This suffocating smoke on a night so black. It fills me with an older strength I thought I'd lost. A good reminder I yet live.
I'm pleased to hear about this positive new turn in your existence, Titan. A fearsome night can certainly instill heightened awareness and a will to survive.
You speak as though you are the cause yourself. Impossible. Or quite unlikely, I should say, but then again. Ah, you dark gods. Come, let us see whether this is your night or mine. Together, Retold. with than me. There was no dignity in this at all.
Well,
Great Zeus did not have me bound and tortured merely for the supposed crime of taking fire from this mountain. No. He wanted certain information about his eventual downfall.
So you threatened the king of the Olympians with false prophecies, and he took it out on you. Perhaps not one of my Lord Uncle's proudest moments, and yet understandable. What did you tell him?
I told him nothing. Merely that his time shall come. A specific outcome that grows more likely with each passing night. You are but a wrinkle in the plan. Nothing more. I just go. I've done my part here, just as you did yours. For this was bound to happen as it did. I should have expected this.
just like he said.
It's done. It's finally done, he said. I need to hear you say it first, to know for certain what I have foreseen. Now, please.
You may have to be a little more specific, but I take it you mean that I found the Fates. Or they found me, but either way. I thought you didn't care for them too much.
I care for what they say, what they decide to make of this world of ours. What has their exile driven them to do? They would not make the same mistakes again.
They've had it with our squabbling, that I can understand. So they have deemed the coming of another age in which the gods apparently shall hold less sway. A time of fewer burdens on us, so our tempers can subside.
The coming of a golden age. Perhaps not quite the one my master had envisioned, but nevertheless, all this toil at long last. Until then, I suppose we fight. For the age of mortal kind.
Falling back.
Now do you begin to understand what I have done at every turn? This was to be my future.
He knew it.
So you truly saw all this coming? The three fates and their prophecy of a new age? Why have you fought so hard to stop me then? What if you had prevailed?
I knew my efforts to prevent you all would be for naught, but I was compelled to make those efforts anyhow. To put it simply, I could see no other way.
We might have fought on the same side. Surely that would have sooner led to your result than sending Itos after me.
A reasonable theory, but it never would have gone the way you expect. This was never about mortal kind for you.
You're right, it wasn't. I had my own problems to contend with before attempting to rid mortal kind of theirs.
Yet now you have done both. Fear not. The dead may worship you, but the living couldn't care less. Though still we did what needed to be done. Run.
Enough of this.
The flames that you withstood, perhaps they were never meant for you. So swift.
See you later.
A gift.
She's here.
Of all your kin on this accursed mountain, Lady Athena is the worthiest opponent. My master's legions must be keeping her quite busy that she'd lend some of her strength to you.
You call her an opponent, but have been avoiding any direct confrontations, throwing your disposable forces against her. You know you'd lose to her in a fair fight.
I would. I lack her martial training, her divinity. But despite her vaunted wisdom, she, like all your kin, possesses what immortals would be called a fatal flaw. And I know that you know what it is. I
Your rival was unable to prevail.
Injured, is she?
If I may, Heracles, it is not necessary to converse with her like this. We could simply attack without warning.
I'm only making conversation here because of you. No need to persuade me about the benefits of attack without warning.
Then it's settled. We agree to keep her guessing, even though we're going to fall back on old habits, with me doing most of the talking henceforth. You see, big man.
I do.
Seeing as you know all about the coming age, any interesting details you can share about what's in store?
The world shall be a very different place, in ways you cannot possibly conceive. In other ways, nothing shall change at all, even regress. We shall all be forgotten, then remembered, and forgotten, again, and again, and again.
Fight on, brother!
If suffering today brings about a better tomorrow, so be it. The strength of Hades is vast.
He's gone.
I told you so, big man.
Fine.
The question you're about to ask is mocking nonsense to supplant the more important subject troubling you now. Go on. I cannot respond if you hold back.
No. You have no control over me or my future. And don't worry, I'm not going to hold back.
I knew you would react this way, but knew no other way to broach the subject. How often I create the outcomes I'm attempting to prevent. The flames that you withstood, perhaps they were never meant for you. Even with Heracles, Say hello, Heracles.
No.
I know what you're about to say, Agent of Change, and caution you. Don't say it. Should you verbalize your thoughts, the outcome shall be of no benefit to either of us.
Fine. Just in case. But you'll forgive me if I'm a little skeptical that we changed the course of history like this.
You still don't understand. We are as clay, the lot of us, able to be molded and remolded. One disastrous consequence we avoided, but there's no preventing the next. Our nightly routine.
What of your companion Heracles? I suppose he's been in on your scheme this entire time as well, appearing to defy the gods while serving them anyway.
You'll have no more success getting such answers out of me than out of him. You've seen the man. He has his reasons.
Hence your affiliation. You must have bonded over your disdain for this mountain and all it stands for. Was he the one who liberated you?
No answers out of me, I said. Not when it comes to him. But at least you now know there are offshoots of your family made of stronger stuff. Get right. Ah, yes.
Why bother talking to me all these nights, Titan? If you know everything I'm going to say. How tedious your life must be.
It used to be much worse. But to your point, I would not wish the curse of foresight onto anyone, except perhaps the worst of all my enemies. And you are not yet one.
Oh? I'll have to work harder to earn that distinction then. And when I set my mind to something, I typically succeed.
I am aware. But I also know that pride, one of the defining traits of your kind, tends to precede a fall. You shall see where all your certainty gets you. Gods. It seems we may be locked here in this struggle for some time. That is the consequence, of course, for what you did.
I got my family back. If it means having to get chastised every now and then by you, that's perfectly all right.
I did not mean it thus. In fact, knowing these meetings may be quite habitual, perhaps it's best we keep our conversations curt. I will not say too much from here. Now, seems I now pay penance to the gods once more, though they shall never bind me.
It's her.
You see, big man, she didn't keep you waiting long at all. Though I know how much you detest having your labors dictated by goddesses or gods.
I grow accustomed to it more and more. Relieves me of having to make hard choices. I need but make the easy ones, such as which bones to shatter first.
And I look forward to seeing what you decide. Though I already know, of course.
Sorry, Flame Thief.
Compared to what I have withstood before, this was nothing at all. I shall never submit to you.
So long, you two. A gift.